As people always say that traveling is something romantic, and you can always learn a lot of things from it. But for me, this sentence is not totally true. Yes, indeed, you can learn a lot of things from traveling. For example, I have learned that if you want to get along well with foreigners, you have to be brave, to be proactive, to be brave to talk to them first, and then be open-minded to embrace the different cultures from them. And I have always also learned that if you have a lot of expectation for something, it's more easily for you to get disappointed. So if you want to have an exciting traveling or a wonderful trip, you have to be flexible and to be welcome all surprises in a trip. And I have always learned that if you try on something for long enough, in the end, things will get better. So these are things I have learned in traveling, right? It sounds like romantic and something very wonderful, but it's not what I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to share with you today is something not that romantic. It's something, it's like a hard time before these lessons. So in 2012, I went to Turkey to be a volunteer. And it's my first experience to cooperate with foreigners. But as you can see in this picture, my friends are only Chinese. Why? Because when Europeans are chatting, I didn't know what soft dramas they were chatting about, or when they were gossiping, I didn't know who the one they were gossiping. Or that when they went out for a drink at night, they didn't invite me. So at that time, it's very hard for me to interact with them, to talk to them, because I'm so afraid that they didn't like me. So in the end, I got only Chinese friends, no European friends at all. It's really a pity for me. And after Turkey, I got my chance to go to Greece, which is the country I had dreamed for since I was a little girl. So I bought 3 tour guides and then made a detailed plan with a lot of expectation. But what I didn't expect was that I got travel partners. So everyone has their own plans, has their own ideas, own thoughts. So it ends up that we were fighting with each other all the time because I was so insist on my own plan. So most of the time during my trip, I was too disappointed, too angry, and too sad to enjoy my time there. And what even worse is that when I was appreciating the most beautiful sunset in the world, my camera was broken. And this year, I also participated a volunteer program for a non-government organization called MIUs. And as a lot of you guys have already heard that French people, they don't like to speak English, right? So when I first got there, our conversation is only, oh, bonjour, bonjour, ça va, that's all. And when we were having lunch together, what I can do is nothing but eat. Because we can't understand each other. So at that time, I want to make friends. But I don't know how because I can't understand French. So in these stories, you can feel that actually for me, traveling is nothing so romantic. And sometimes I even ask myself that, do I really love traveling? If I really love traveling, why I'm so afraid of it? And finally, like recently, I read an article on the internet and it said that during the trip, during your traveling, fear and feeling uncomfortable are something very normal. And they are the things which make you grow. And I finally understand or realize that, yes, I want to grow. I want to explore the world. I want to be better. I want to learn a lot of lessons. But what I forgot is that before growing, you have to go through something you don't like. The process is always not that easy. So next time, when I go to travel again, I believe that I will go to travel again. And I also believe that I will still encounter a lot of difficulties, like something depressing or something uncomfortable. But because I realized that it's okay, it's fine for me to feel afraid, to feel uncomfortable. So next time I will talk to myself that, calm down. Try to ask yourself that, what you are afraid of and why you are afraid of that. By doing that, you will know better of yourself. And then to make a decision which you won't regret, and then one day in the future, when you look back, you'll find out that you have already learned lessons you have to learn. TND.